So oftentimes we do wear fragrances because we want to appear more attractive, we want to smell better, we want to potentially attract somebody and have somebody compliment us on how we smell. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be going over 10 fragrances that drive women crazy. I'm excited to share this list with you in just a second, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin today's video and I tell you about these 10 designer fragrances that drive women crazy, and I share my experiences with them and the kind of comments that I've received wearing them, the context and everything, I want to start things off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload these daily fragrance videos. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you took something of value from today's episode. Now, I know that you know that I'm going to preface this video by saying that it all has to do with the way that you conduct yourself. It has to do with your personality, your demeanor, your level of confidence. Simply wearing a fragrance is not going to make you irresistible, right? It has to accompany charm, good hygiene, benevolence, just being a good person. Like, that should be primary. And fragrances are really the icing on the cake, so to speak. But in my experience, every time I've worn one of these 10 fragrances, I've gotten really positive attention. And so I'm excited to share this list with you. Let's just go ahead and jump on into it. And the first one by Carolina Herrera is called CH Privé. Now, this fragrance is a little on the sweet side, it's a little on the dark side, it has this sugary component to it. It's a bad boy kind of a fragrance. Not like Bad Boy, which is their other fragrance, which kind of has like this chocolatey vibe about it. This is a great date night fragrance. It's definitely the type of fragrance where if you're on a romantic evening, you can wear this one. That slight sweetness is going to linger in the air, and it definitely conveys a sense of romance. Of course, a classic is also Bleu de Chanel by Chanel. This fragrance has been around for a really, really long time. It's a tried and true composition. It has the grapefruit, it has the incense. If you're looking for one of the most professional smelling fragrances out there, Bleu de Chanel is definitely the one that's gonna do that trick. The next one is Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. Now, there's one called Eau Electrique. I think it might be discontinued. That fragrance kind of smells like Versace Eros, which is also a great fragrance. This one is a little bit on the aquatic side in the opening, but then it kind of has like this sweeter tonka bean dried down with a little bit of cardamom, adding a little bit of like this powdery spice to the fragrance. So this is another one that's very sort of risque, bad boy, a little enigmatic, great to wear on a date, but it also makes for a really good casual fragrance as well. A long, long time ago, when I was still a college student, I remember meeting up with a girl in the library of my university, and I was wearing the original La Nuit de l'Homme. And I remember her saying, if I had a boyfriend, that's what I want him to smell like. And so this one is not too different from the original. So whether you buy this or the original, I really don't think you can go wrong with that. The next fragrance is one of my favorites. Once I made the connection to Calvin Klein's Crave, which is a beloved fragrance, I believe it's discontinued, that's when I decided I knew I had to have this one in my collection. This one by Tom Ford, Costa Azzurra. This fragrance is bright, citrusy, aquatic. You have the bergamot, you have this oceanic component to it. Very fresh. A bonus is you get to tell people you're wearing a Tom Ford. If you are one of those brand people that like that recognition, it's a great fragrance, right? Costa Azzurra is an amazing aquatic citrusy scent from Tom Ford. And then, of course, we have the classic. Although this is a more recent release, it is a flanker to the original, which came out in the mid-90s, Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum. Also composed by the same perfumer, who is Alberto Morillas. This fragrance excels in the compliment department. So this fragrance, I've gotten so many compliments with it. I've also gotten some backhanded compliments from it. I remember one time at my old job, I was wearing the original Acqua di Gio, and one of my coworkers, one of my female coworkers, walks past me as I was mixing a gallon of paint. And she says, "Wow, you smell good. What are you wearing?" And I you know, I didn't tell her. She goes, "You're wearing Acqua di Gio, right?" And I said, "Yeah, how did you know?" She goes, "Oh, it smells so good. My ex-boyfriend used to wear it." So if you want to risk getting compared to somebody's ex-boyfriend, then be my guest, but it's a great fragrance. Always gets me positive attention. The next fragrance I want to talk about, I had one of the craziest compliments when I was shopping at an Old Navy. Of course, it's Dior Savage, and I'm going to go with the Eau de Toilette. This is the most effervescent version. Ambroxan, bergamot, it's citrusy, but also aquatic at the same time. Has a little bit of black pepper in here too, which makes it spicy. I actually had somebody following me up and down the aisles of Old Navy. And when I was getting ready to check out, she goes, "Is that you that smells so good?" I said, maybe. And I actually had a little decant. I had applied it right when I got out of the car. She goes, "Yeah, I was walking up and down the aisles trying to figure out what smelled so good." And this was right when it came out. I had purchased it from Sephora, I think, in my local mall. Decided to wear it that same day when I was shopping in Old Navy. But it always works wonders. For a lot of people though, it's a little played out. So you're gonna have to make that assessment. Like, does that matter to you that a lot of people probably own and wear it, and people know what Savage smells like at this point, but it still smells very, very good. Next fragrance I want to talk about is by Moonblanc, and of course it's Explorer. Ultra Blue is the newest one, if I'm remembering correctly. Or is it Ultra Red? I don't even remember at this point. But the original Explorer, the pineapple, the apple, the fruity touches, the vanilla. This smells like Creed's Aventus, which I think now is $475 for a 100 ml bottle. This is a really inexpensive alternative to one of the most complimented niche fragrances ever. And whenever I wear this fragrance, in addition to Creed Aventus, I always get compliments from both. So Explorer by Moonblanc is a great fragrance. Moonblanc, generally speaking, makes really good fragrances. Legend is another one that does really well in the compliment department. Of course, if you're a fan of something a little bit more on the inexpensive side of things, I would recommend Coach Blue. This one is great for casual scenarios, so easy to wear, never a bad time to wear it. The only thing I would say, it's more of like a run and go fragrance. It's not really formal. I probably wouldn't wear it on a date. There are some other selections here that are a little bit more sensual leaning, a little bit more romantic. So Coach Blue is definitely more on the casual side of things. And then we also have Versace Pour Homme. This fragrance is great. People say it smells like dryer sheets, kind of. It's a great, clean, aquatic fragrance. Another fragrance composed by Alberto Morillas. All you have to do is just look this guy up, and unless you're wearing like one of the really dark Gucci fragrances like Voice of the Snake or Midnight Stroll or whatever, anything else will excel in the compliment department. He just knows how to create fragrances that do inspire and draw in a lot of positive attention. And coincidentally, the fragrance in the #1 spot is also composed by Alberto Morillas, and this has been a bit of a hidden gem for me. I started wearing this one initially when it came out last year, didn't fall in love with it. It reminded me way too much of the original. I didn't think it was anything spectacular until I started to wear it, and I started to wear it consistently. So I was recently on a vacation at Marathon Key in Florida. Stayed there for a few nights, got a really nice hotel with my wife, and I was wearing this one every single day. My wife complimented me on it when I was in the hotel room. I was visiting places, restaurants, what have you, and other people were complimenting me on this fragrance. And I was like, wow, this has a certain magic to it that I didn't know that it possessed. So this one, and it does smell a lot like the original. This one by Gucci is Gucci Guilty Love Edition 2021 in the sort of lavender colored bottle. MMXXI are the Roman numerals. So this smells a lot like the original Gucci Guilty. And I know they have the Eau de Parfum and they have the Parfum and they have all these other flankers. This one is amazing. And it's funny because when I started wearing it and I started getting all of this positive attention, a light bulb went on in my head and I was like, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because Gucci Guilty Black is also one of my most complimented fragrances. So I don't know if it just does really well with my skin chemistry, or you can see I wore half of it. And this was all over the course of like 2.5 weeks. So I decanted it as well. I made like a little 5 ml decant. But Gucci Guilty Love Edition 2021. A hidden gem that is kind of a new release. The orange blossom, the citrus, very masculine, clean, well-groomed, refined, and it's also versatile. Like, I would wear this on a date, but I would wear it casually too. So great fragrance. I'm gonna leave links down below. I think Fragrance X might have it for a really good price at the moment. This is not a sponsored video, but 10 fragrances that drive women crazy. But remember, it starts with you, right? Your personality, your demeanor, your benevolence. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to support the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload these daily videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.